of YGO Omega. So we're going to be playing some dinos. I'll let the guy go first too. So there are several different ways to go ahead and actually see the entire field over here. So I'm curious to know which one you guys like the most. So this one's like, I'm going to call this one Bird's Eye. And definitely give me guys your feedback, because the content that you guys watch on this channel is going to be whatever you guys vote for. So this one I'm going to call Bird's Eye. I'm going to call this one Zoomed In. And I'm going to call this one Zoom Out over here. So definitely let me know, guys, which one you like the most. I'll kind of try to mix it up during the gameplay over here. This is actually a pretty good hand. I'm going to go ahead and kick it off with a special summon of this card over here. I'll go ahead and activate this. We're going to activate over here just in case the imperm is indeed there, Kappa. But yeah, I mean, this is probably not going to be like a competitive game. Well, I hope it is. But you guys can see, like, this is the new Yu-Gi-Oh game. If this is the first time you guys are checking out, because I know YouTube's notifications are like 2 out of 10. They don't always work sometime. But make sure that bell notification on, and it should work a little bit more. But you can see we can drag this anywhere. Like, if I want to resize this, I can, which is awesome as well. But we'll go into Fossil Dig. We can go ahead and go for Mystic or whatever here. I can go for Missile. Obviously, we have the Archosaur. We can go ahead and pop the baby. And then we'll be good to go. So I'm going to go ahead and normal summon this. I could also pop the back row, but I'm just going to go ahead and rely on just going for something else. I mean, with this hand, like, is a done deal. It's a done deal. If you negate this, I really question. Okay, because I have this ready to go. So we'll go ahead and Archosaur. We'll go and pop the baby. Baby, go ahead and add back the Evo pill. And then we're going to go ahead and probably make this game pretty fast, but I want to show you guys all of the interface. The whole point of this video is to show off the game in the gameplay state, because in my tutorial I didn't really show that off, but there are a lot of things that I do want to go and mention. So one thing to mention is you can check out the card if you want to. You can change the text size and all that stuff, and I'll kind of explain some of that. But the whole point is to show you guys how the game system works. So in this case, I want to go ahead and go for the Oviraptor. If I left click and hold, or tap and hold, because this game will be coming out for mobile, it will zoom up on the card. And if I want to read more of the text, just in case I want to double check, I can do that. If I want to get out of it, I can just click on it. But hopefully this guy won't, be upset if I take my time on it, because the whole point, again, is to go ahead and be able to utilize these features over here. And we'll go ahead and make Link Karibo, and because I didn't use my extravagance, I will have access to lots of great things. So we'll go ahead and do that. We'll go ahead and choose a target for the effect. We'll go ahead and put Giant Rex in the grave. Send that card to the graveyard. And then we can go ahead and go into the extra deck and special summon Link Karibo. I'm going to go ahead and select the Archosaur and send that to the grave. Nothing too special with this. And then we have Missile. We have instant access to, if I want to, I can just go ahead and do this. I'm eventually going to do it anyways. Just go ahead and do it. Hopefully we won't have anything to chain. It's timing something down. Maybe he's got something, I don't know. But pretty much he's got to do something pretty soon. Otherwise it's not going to be too good for him. And if I check my graveyard, this is actually a very important thing. Oh, Boku. I mean, I can't really do anything against that. Okay, well, fine. So if I click my graveyard, you might wonder, how do you exit the graveyard? I can click on some other cards and still activate them, but I can hit escape on my keyboard to get out of the graveyard. That's actually a very important thing. But at this point, I can, since he pretty much has nothing, I can just go ahead and, because he Waboku'd, obviously we're not going to be able to OTK this turn, I can go into, let's say, Predaplant. And then we just go ahead and make this card over here. And then I can go ahead and activate this. Hopefully it won't happen to Bureau though. Anyways, we're going to go ahead and we can banish this. And then go ahead and banish the Link Karibo. That's the whole reason why I go for Link Karibo first. Again, there's not really a tutorial on like how to play dinos. But we'll go ahead and do this. And I still have, oops. Yes, we're going to go ahead and activate the Giant Rex. No, I don't want to activate that. Sometimes I feel like the graveyard, in terms of giving them some feedback also, I feel like sometimes I really just want like a close button, or if I click out of it, I really wish that it would work like that. I think that that'd be a great little addition to the game over here as well. I can still flip the thing face down. I can still make, you know, Dolka and stuff like that. But I'm just going to go ahead and do this. So we're going to go ahead and copy the... you know what? I'm just thinking about this. Did I even put the fusion in? I don't know if it's going to be super... Okay. Distance diffusion. Okay, I forgot to put in the other card. I just made this, but it's fine. It doesn't really matter that much at all. So go ahead and we will go make, what do I have that I can actually, okay, we'll go ahead and just absorb. Obviously not the best play, but we can show the interaction, all right? Obviously, yeah, you're supposed to make that Dark Dragoon. And mine now. All right, so we're pretty much good with that. And then I scuffed up the play because I forgot the other card. But is it that big of a deal? I don't think so. I mean, he's playing fortunately. The whole point is, again, to show off the interface. And I'm going to go ahead and now do the bird's eye view for the gameplay over here. So this way we can kind of go ahead and see what we're working with. So we still have the ability to banish 4, so I can go ahead and have instant access to going for, let's say, Dolko if I want to. I probably should have made it, but like it's this deck. I think we're okay. And I can still hit escape even if like another menu is above over here. So turn unfortunately monster you control. Okay. So if I hold this down and I click on it, this card's attack its level times 200 once per turn during your standby phase. Increase this card's level by 1, maximum 12, and you can target one fortunately monster you control and banish any number of other spellcast monsters in your hand or field. Oh, okay. So he's going to go ahead and also activate Fortune Fission. You can add a fortunately card from your hand to your deck. Okay. It's fine. Like I said, I don't think there's going to be a threat with Fortunately. The only thing that really lets him do anything is like water. And then we have what? Pinkatrops. And then calling over here is if you control Fortune Lady, special summon a Fortune Lady from your deck. Okay. With a different name from the cards you control. And then you can't special summon monsters from the extra deck except for synchro monsters. Okay, that's fine. Like I said, I can either just book them all down over here. And then once this card is, only when it leaves the field, he probably wants to use that effect. I'm just going to go ahead and just do this right now. So I can go ahead and activate this. And then we'll go ahead and we can pop a card since this card is basically free anyways. Maybe we can get the effect of Predaplant again. Potentially. Yeah, this card's basically a free card anyway, so we'll flip them all face down. I don't think he can really do too much with it this turn. Because he, I don't know if you can do face downs. It's other from your hand or field. Maybe he can. We'll see though. It might just be a GG. But again, the whole point of this video is to show off the interface. And while he's taking his time, we can go ahead and change the legal chain settings. Oh, he surrendered over here. I also want to show you guys how to do things here because it's a little bit different. And again, the whole point of the video, I know some of you like, it wasn't even meta. All right, I'm going to go ahead and now save this replay and call it, what you call it, Fortune Ladies, okay? And so what we can also do is we can check the field to see, like, what else, was in the graveyard, stuff like that. But if I hit finish, it will go ahead and leave. So there's all the different views over here. This is like the zoomed up one. But this is the one I think that most people like, which I'm going to call the zoomed out one. Again, please comment down below which one you guys prefer, as this is the the new game that I plan to give you guys gameplay footage of. And also there's a lot of settings in this. And a lot of people mentioned, I know before in Yu-Gi-Oh! Pro 2, some people really like the 3D card effect, but if you don't like this hologram where the card is going to be popping out, you can change the hologram size too over here. And if you don't like where the card comes out in 3D, that's what you guys can go ahead and change. I personally like it, and I want your guys' feedback. Do you guys like it or not? I personally think it looks awesome, but sometimes you might have to restart the game if you change the size of it or something like that. You know how it is with some games. You'll have to turn it off, turn it back on for maybe some of these effects to go ahead and go off. And there is also a chat feature. My face is blocking it, but there's just these 3 little dots over here, and you guys can go ahead and resize the chat. This is to check the entire log. So if you want to see, like, wait, what did he do? And the greatest thing about this over here is clicking on the card over here, I can check what the exact card is. Although sometimes, okay, there we go. I just have to click out of it. So also give him some feedback, because keep in mind this game is in beta. I wish I could just click on the other cards right here and it would like show up over here. I wouldn't have to click out of the card, then click on it. Just again, some feedback, but these are changes that I think, you know, aren't going to be deal breakers, but this is a really nice feature to change the entire chat. So you have the log, and there's also, if you want to like search up something, I guess, but the most important thing is just this little chat box over here. If you want to talk trashing. I do like trash talking, but it is kind of hidden there, so some of you guys might have seen it. Now, going into where we go ahead and finish, I'm going to go ahead and leave now. We're going to go ahead and go to the menu, and I'll show you guys the replay system as well as how to do things essentially in the game. So now that you guys have seen the basics of it, I want to go ahead and go and it's going to say log out, but what we're really doing is leaving the queue here. We're going to the main menu, and the main menu will allow us to go ahead and go into the replays. And then if I want to go ahead and take the deck that my opponent has, it's a little bit different here. So all you have to do is click on decks, and then it'll ask you, whose deck do you want? So if I want Shadow Dragon's deck, which is the name of the guy that played it, Fortune Lady, I'm just going to name that as my deck, so it's going to go ahead and copy it. Now, if I go ahead and go to the replay, I'm going to go ahead and close out of this. Okay, so this is just like a normal replay. You shouldn't really need to go ahead and explain this, but it'll basically play out. Now, you can't see their cards from the replay file. At least that's how it works right now. To give them some feedback, I think it should be able to do that. I think that'd be like a nice little feature. But once you're finished with the replay, you can just go ahead and hit escape, and you just go ahead and check that. So I can't even check the cards in my own deck in terms of like what I would draw into. So that is again something I think that would be nice for at least a future update. But I'm just going to go ahead and leave this because we don't need to watch the replay. The point is me showing you everything. But once I went ahead and imported the decks via just clicking on decks, I can also import and export different of these replays over here. So one thing that's important to mention, if I go ahead and have like a replay that I want to share with someone, like how do you share replays and decks and all those things? So it's really cool in Yu-Gi-Oh! Omega. So I'm going to go ahead and hit export, and I'll say copy to clipboard. I'm just going to go ahead and open up some text page real quick. Practice. I'm going to use this thing called practice board. It's just for HTML practice. I used to use this back in the day for editing like Flash files. But anyways, so you see over here that you'll see a bunch of text. So if I want to go ahead and share this with my friend on, let's say, Facebook or any social media, right? You can just copy and paste this giant text. And this will be the replays as well as the deck profiles. And let me go ahead and actually show off this now that we've shown off basically the basics of the duel over here. So if I want to go and import, I would obviously go ahead and have that as a text. So I'd copy and paste this entire text, and then I'd hit OK, and then I would have the replay file. So that's how you would get a replay and send to your friends, and also how to import it into your game. Now decks over here, which is I think the other important thing, is going to go ahead and go into deck manager, and then we'll go ahead and see that, remember we just got that Fortune Lady deck. I'm just going to go ahead and double click on it so I can open it up, and you'll see that it's a Fortune Lady deck that we just played. And one thing that's really nice is it does go ahead and organize it really nice. With the YGO Pro, when you get the replays and you get the deck, it's like kind of all over the place. So it's a nice little additional feature over here, so you can have the deck. Now, in order to go ahead, I can just go save it and rename if I want to. But if I want to go ahead and import the deck or again share it with a friend, make sure you click it. You see there's this little arrow indicator. If I want to go ahead and export the deck, like I want to copy it and give it to my friend, I just go ahead and export, and then I'll copy it to the clipboard. And once again, that's going to be a copy and pasted thing, although this one will be a lot smaller. So that's how you would go ahead and send the deck to your friend, again, on any social media as a little thing. I'm sure that there's other people that want to do it the other way, but this is like the easiest way to do it. And there's also another really nice feature called clone. So if I want to go ahead and copy the deck, I can go ahead and have like Fortune Lady 2. And this way, like I keep the OG original one, and then I can make like, you know, my own changes for it. But there's also another way for people to get deck lists, and I want to go ahead and show you guys this. This is actually a really nice feature as well. So in the bottom right over here, you'll see that there's a recipe thing. If I click on the recipe, you guys can see it all via like text. So if I wanted to like screenshot it and like send it to my friend and he's like building the deck in real life, obviously having all the text code doesn't matter. This is what matters. And so this is another really great feature for the game. Now I also want to go ahead and go over the text size. There's another feature over here that a lot of you guys probably want to change. I'm not sure what the default is. It's a little bit smaller. I made it a little bit larger because I know some of you guys out there watching this on mobile, and so like I upped the font size. If you want all the text to fit on the screen, you can make it super small, and obviously this won't change it for your opponent. This only changes it for yourself. So and also keybinds, you can change all of your keybinds to whatever you want to go ahead and use. Another really important thing, if you want to like cancel, you just right mouse button is the easiest way to go ahead and do that. Obviously we're playing PC. They do plan to release a mobile version of this game, but that's not as of right now. So keep if you're new here, subscribe, turn that bell, and you will definitely see more updates when the game does come out for mobile, because I know a lot of you guys were like Mac, mobile, or any other application. I'll update you guys when those do come out. But that's pretty much like the basics of it with a duel, how to copy and share decks, and how to basically copy your opponent's deck from the menu. Now, also, I didn't show up the queue system, but I do want to go ahead and briefly show that off, as you will, definitely want to go ahead and see this. So here's all the people over here, and you guys can see it's showing whatever deck that I have selected, and you guys can see there's single, and then this one's disabled right now, and then there's ranked. You'll start off at bronze 1000. We haven't actually done rank, but if I'm looking for specifically, TCG, OCG, Duel Links, and there's also this tournament feature, which I guess will be available later. I can also host a game, so if I want to host a game, I change all the rules, and if I want to search for a very specific person, like I'm trying to duel my friend, you guys can go ahead and do that. You can change all other things, different ban lists. This is where you change everything right before you go ahead and hop in, but pretty much a basic showing of the interface. That was the main goal of this video, was to show off interface, how to copy, share decks, as well as replay files. But anyways, guys, that's going to go ahead and wrap up the video for brief demonstration, an overview, and introduction to kind of how this game works. But anyways, thanks for watching, and if you enjoyed the video, drop a like on it. And if you want to see more Yu-Gi-Oh! Omega content in the future, and you are new here, subscribe, turn that bell, and you'll definitely see more. But again, comment down below what visuals do you guys like. Do you like the zoom in, zoom out, or do you guys like the bird's eye, as that's what I plan to use for feedback. But anyways, take care, guys, and I'll see you in the next video. And I'm signing out. Peace.